Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am here going in the Prescott National Forest, and I am with my gorgeous gal here, and we are going to take you on a small little adventure to the cabin of Geronimo Pena. We'll show you more about that, so let's get started. We're taking a little time here on the trail. You can see it's an older trail that's not necessarily maintained. And up here you can see Mingus Mountain. Beautiful little mountain. We'll try and get some footage from the top of the mountain after our little hike today. All right, guys, if you can see behind me, there is a tree with a large cable on it. I marked this tree the last time I was here. That cable is your turnoff point. So this is where you've reached your first marker. And if I turn the camera around, you'll see there's this trail right out here. This will go up the canyon, and you'll follow a small creek in this canyon, and that trail will lead you right around to Geronimo Pena's cabin. Let's check it out. All right, guys, after about a 2-mile hike, we've made it up here. We're on the side of Mingus Mountain. And as you can see behind me, the trail's not marked very well. So towards the end of the hike, the last quarter mile or so, you really have to be careful watching for the trail. There's several logs that have been laid down and some other markers that indicate where you need to go. So I'm gonna have the camera face this way, and I'm gonna walk up the trail here, and you'll see the cabin pop out here in a second. And there's his cabin. This is where Geronimo Pena lived up until the 1950s. And he built this cabin around the turn of the century. So it has definitely been here for some time. You can see the area, one of his buckets there. I'll take you in real quick. Right here in the front door is his fireplace. There's his cooking grill. And this is what everyone believes to be his bedroom. He had a very, very low ceiling. That's the remnants of his bed. Wow. This is where he lived for over 50 years. I don't know if you can really see it well with the lack of lighting. And this would have been his living room. You can see there's his table. Looks like he's got a box. Even an old pair of his boots that are still here. Several items that he left. We'll come back out of the cabin. He was a woodcutter. He made his living cutting firewood and selling it to the residents of Prescott Valley and Cottonwood, Arizona, and the surrounding area. In around the 1950s, some of his customers got worried, came up to find him, and unfortunately Geronimo Pena passed away. He was buried in Cottonwood, Arizona. Geronimo is just his nickname. We don't even really know his full name. But here he is, or his house is, in all its glory. And this is where he lived alone, choosing to ride mules instead of actually driving a car and embracing technology. Great hike. We're gonna get some more footage. Let's see what else we can find in the area. Here's some more stuff. You can just see stuff scattered all over here. This is the cabin here, of course. I'm gonna walk around here. You can see the side of the cabin built next to this huge rock. We'll give you a tour going around the cabin, coming up this hill. And here's the back side. How many people can find a large rock and say, I'm going to build a cabin next to it? Cabin by loose definition, of course. The smokestack for his chimney. One of his fuel cans here. Kind of a cool thing. Here's the roof. Now, I can't tell you why there's a lot of rocks on the roof. Some of the information I've seen was saying that he purposely put rocks on the roof to hold all the metal down because he didn't have nails and stuff. But some of these sheets of metal do have small perforations in them that even indicate he had nailed it down. So this might be for more preservation purposes, but definitely cool. And when you're up here on the top of the cabin, you can definitely see he had a beautiful view. Just beautiful. As we come around, you can see from this area, here's the cabin itself. We were just right over here. We come around here, and this trail leads further up the mountain. And if you go another half mile up this road right here, this little trail, you'll find a spring. It's a natural water spring, and that's where he got his water from. There's some more metal and some catchments and where he collected his water and then brought it down half a mile up and a half mile back every time he needed water. So that he had to have been in just awesome, awesome shape. Keep going beyond this and it'll take you out to the Forest Service Road, and you come out next to Mingus Lake, for those of you who may be familiar with the geography in the area. All right, guys, you can see here, there's just a few things that were left behind. These old cans. You can see there's definitely some holes in there. These bars, the bottles. Not sure what that is. And the door, up until about 2015 or so, was actually intact and worked. But some vandals came along and took care of that. You can see the remnants of the door right here. If anything, we need to keep this place sacred and keep it intact just so his memory lives on. Give you one last look before we head down the mountain here. His old shovel there. We'll bring you out here. Definitely well worth the hike. We're glad you guys came along with us. All right, everybody, we have finished our hike to the cabin, and we've come to the top of Mingus Mountain because there's an area at the top of the mountain that is really cool. There's a hang gliding ramp, and I'm gonna spin around here and I'm gonna show you the view that's there. It is absolutely stunning. Just an amazing view from the top of the mountain. We're up around 7,000 feet coming out. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but here's the hang gliding ramp. So we'll give you a view here. Hook in now if you're a hang glider. This is where you got to be brave. So this is Cottonwood, Arizona, If you can see way in the distance, there's the red rocks of Sedona, Arizona out there. And we thought we'd end this video by giving you just a beautiful view